Hi, this is Tech Greens by Andre, where I do predictions of the future. If you like me do prediction, if you let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it down in your calendar so you don't miss out. Right, Domino? Yes. Let's get into the first thing for today, as Domino is sitting on the lap. The card for today is from Spirit from Universe to us is the Raising Your Standards card. Isn't that right, Domino? Yes. Um, yeah, I think it's just time that we start to look at things that should be instead of just settling for the things that we are given. So I think that's pretty much the message for today, especially everything that's going on around the world. It's just gone pretty haywire. Not something that we deserve. I think we deserve much, much better. Okay, so let's get into the next thing. So somebody was asking about I don't know if it's an actual question. They got The Sound of Freedom, which is a brand new movie that's come out and haven't seen it yet. And I guess they're asking if it's going to be huge or not. And of course, from what I've heard, it's broken quite a few box office. It was $33 million in the first week. So that's pretty good. Let's throw some cards down because a lot of the news agencies out there are complaining about this movie about, well, it's telling the truth of the child trafficking and all that sort of thing from the elites. And they're trying to downplay it, that it's not an actual thing that the elites are doing with all the children. And they're trying to say that it's QAnon or to QAnon and all that sort of thing. So with all the tinfoil hats, but we already know that the elites are doing this anyways because they keep mistakenly saying it out loud. So, but I guess, what kind of impact will this movie have on the world? It's going to give a lot of people better insight to what is actually going on. I think the impact will be the people themselves, not the news media, who cares about that, and all the celebrities that are downplaying this particular movie. The hugest impact will be upon us. And this is one of these situations that, no, you can't go on the cards, Domino, where they're shining the light on the evil. Of course, to cut down the tree of evil, you got to expose the roots. And they're going to be doing it in different ways: movies, TV shows, commercials, YouTube shows, all kinds of things. So this is another one that is going to be telling the people what's going on and to start to raise our standards and not put up with that sort of thing and hope for something or demand something better. And this is basically what is happening around the world right now, as people are demanding better and better things, as we're seeing with governments around the world changing drastically. Not having seen the movie, I know a little bit about it. I think it's going to be actually opening a lot of people's eyes and actually changing the world for the better. And this is pretty much what I do see with this particular movie. As a movie, I think it's going to be breaking box office records because there hasn't been any real good movies for the last couple of years. So I think this is going to be one of those big blockbuster movies. Okay, let's get into the next thing. Thank you for that question. From the Discord, somebody is asking about American Civil War again, and this question comes up quite a bit, especially with all the things going on around in the United States and all that sort of thing. I think the U.S. is going to be headed towards a very hard time, and we're going to get more of that checkerboard that of the different states um, that I've mentioned before. I know a lot of people who don't live in Canada or the US or wherever you live, they kind of paint it with one brush. But different parts of the US, like Canada, have different thoughts and feelings. And even here in Canada, there's little pockets, especially in Manitoba, especially in the north and south, the little towns and smaller cities which is basically a town, have different thoughts. They have different uh, ways of doing things, and a lot of them didn't do the like the people in this big city here. So they're going against the establishment. So we're going to see a lot more of this sort of thing going on in the United States. I don't think it's going to turn into a shooting war, because I think the right-leaning people would win, because they're usually the ones with the guns, and the other people they don't want guns and they want to ban them and all that. So if it ever came to a civil war, it'd be really short. One side has guns when the other doesn't. Well, um, but I don't ever see an actual civil war going on within the United States and that sort of thing. The original Civil War wasn't about slavery, of course. It was about something else coming into play. And it was just one of those things that was tacked onto the history, okay, of everything to bring everything forward. So there you go. So I don't think there's going to be another Civil War. Okay, thank you for that question. And the title of the today's show, we're here for a good time. I don't know if many of you know of the Canadian rock group called Trooper. Uh, Maybe Google it later. They have a song called "We're Here for a Good Time, Not a Long Time." Look it up. It's actually a good song, but it does tell us how we should be presenting ourselves to live each day to the fullest that we can, and not put anything off that we need to, because we're here for a good time, but not a long time. Okay, until we come back again. Uh, of course, we got amnesia and forget everything, but uh, to work on all those things that we've always wanted to do and experience and all that sort of thing, because life is short. Okay, I think I got more days behind me than I do in front of me with the gray hair and all that. Um, I'm. It's just a reminder from universe to do your best every day and do not live in fear. Okay. Once you live in fear, it paralyzes you from doing all those things that you should be trying. So always trying your best every day, knowing that not going to be here forever, and to try all those things. The worst thing in life is regret, regretting not doing things. Okay, so I think that's kind of the message for today. Don't put off today or till tomorrow what you can do today. Live life to its fullest, because we're here for a good time, but not a long time. Okay, let's get into the chat. Not quite. Oh, homework. Well, this Sunday show, we got remote viewing, and it's a special one this time. It's not a present thing like the last time, which a lot of people did a lot of good stuff. They did a lot of good work. Last show on Sunday at 11:15, our remote viewing show. This time around, okay, it's a future event. I'm mixing it up a little bit for everybody. So if you come in on the Sunday show at 11:15, we're going to see if we can see what's in store for the future. Okay, so utilize our psychic abilities, see what's in store in the future. So make sure you come out for that. It's always a good time. People doing really good work. So I'm always excited, and sometimes they surprise me with the accuracy that they do. Even wow, they got that, and they're doing awesome. So awesome stuff. Okay, now to the next thing. Now to the Discord channel. If you haven't been part of our Discord channel yet, I'm going to put the link on the side here for everybody. In case you are not a member of the Discord yet, I got to put it in chat. Okay, so you can snag it as it goes by. Yeah, there you go. Lots of things going on there. A lot of people talking. A lot of cat pictures. And lots of other shenanigans. Whole lot of fun. So come on out if you'd like to be part of the Discord. It's free, and you can be part of this growing community that we're growing together. Okay, now I guess we're into the chat. What does the wife say?
Yes.
Yes, and the wife is here today. So Bob Job, hi, BTC next 2 weeks, up, more, or down? Probably more of the same. Up, yeah. If you remember Monty Python, those commercials and the cartoons, and the guys running down the stair, and there's the sun in the clouds, and they're going up, down, up, down. That's the picture that I'm getting with the Bitcoin market at the moment. I don't think it's going to go much more down than it already has. I think it went up a little bit today and then kind of slammed down. So it's trying to get past that false ceiling. Okay. And I think everybody's they keep getting excited, and then they keep getting spooked. Every time that the BlackRock news comes out and, oh, he didn't get accepted, it will get the ETF. It's just going to take time. Okay. I think it's in August or something like that when the next review of their thing that they put in. Something I don't really worry about too much. Okay. When it's low, buy. That's all there is to it, because we already know that it's going to win. So I talk to people at work. What are you waiting for? Just get in, sit on it, and ride it up when it does, because we already know that everything is going to pop in the traditional system. Okay. So what are you going to wait to the last minute? Just buy. I'll throw some cards down. Make sure we got the right thinking on this one for the question. Well, we got that breaking free card. So probably in the next 2 weeks, we're going to see some news or something is going to be happening where the Bitcoin price is going to be going a little bit more up. I don't think the big explosion will be until next April. So we got a few months to wait till that time when the next happening is. Okay. Of course, in a little bit of time, we got that Litecoin happening. So if you might want to consider getting some Litecoin and sit on it with your treasure. I'm not financial advice, of course. Just saying, because that price is going to go. And it's probably going to be be affecting the rest of the market. I think that could be what's coming up very, very soon, is that Litecoin happening. Everybody forgets about Litecoin for whatever reason. I know me and the wife are sitting on some. So we're just buy it and we sit on it. It is saying that it is going to be going up, quite not the huge one, but another sizable one in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Buy it now, write it up, sell, buy again. If you want to do that, will Michelle Obama run in 2024 elections? Okay. She can run, doesn't mean she'll ever win. Right now, Biden's camp is throwing everything and anything at the wall to see what sticks. And that could be Michelle Obama and all that sort of thing. In this case, I think she may throw her hat in the ring. Okay. Trusting your instincts and trust her instincts. She probably will be running in some fashion. I don't think she'll win it, but it will propel her career a little bit further up, and make that big money from payoffs and stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to see a whole lot of new people put their hat in the ring in the next week or two. I think there's quite a few I heard were going to be putting their hat in the ring. None of them any good, but more the merrier, I guess. So, yeah, there you go. I think Michelle Obama will run. Hi, this engineered new world order reset once done. Some say the bad guys will continue in a different form and still lead to Elon's side of transhumanism. Cards, please. I don't think Elon is one of them, and he's done many things to go against that. I think he's just doing the transhumanism because he's a geek. Doesn't mean he wants to make everybody into robots for the elite. And he's a little weird. Anyways, the new world order reset will not work. Okay. They're doing it, but it's going to be blowing up in their face. And we keep seeing this time and time again, like the Dutch, the Netherlands, that blew up in their face. That was a big blow to them. Them losing in the Ukraine, that's another big thing that is blowing up in their face. The CBDCs, they keep trying to want to release them. You ever wonder why they haven't? Anybody? There's a group of hackers that keep hacking it. And so they go to try to release one in the United States, and they find out it was hacked. So they got to postpone it and fix the stuff that the hackers did. And so it's prolonging this situation. So now they have to do the whole thing with the financial system. It's all about the financial system. Okay. The money coming in, which is becoming less and less. And we already know that the United States is getting pretty skinny on the money, as is most of the rest of the world. The reset will fail. CBDs will fail. And I think we're just going to go past that into better. It won't be fun. It won't be easy, but we're going to get that brand new world without the elites. The elites are a little, the hurdle that we have to jump over to get into the thing that we want, because we are raising our standards. All right? Elon's doing his thing. It's nothing to do with the elites. He's off in his own little world. Everything the Klaus trying to do is going to blow up in their face. And yes, they're going to be go back into hiding, which they did in the last time that they tried this. It's not the first time. Okay. And they'll go into hiding, and we'll have some type of peace for a while. But then we got to go clean up the mess that they made. Okay. So that'll be the biggest concern of ours, is cleaning up their friggin' mess, which will take quite a few years. Okay. So I think I answered it all. So yeah, they'll go into hiding. Oh, thank you, Daisy Chains, for the £5. When my son meets this new girlfriend, well, will she look like? A blonde. The first thing that came to mind. I don't know. The only thing I get is blonde, well built. Nothing wrong with her. I'm picking up she may be quite petite. Wife picking up anything?
No, I got the blonde too.
Blonde?
Yeah.
Small blonde girl.
Mm-hmm.
Also picking up she has quite the sense of humor. So I think she'll keep you in stitches for the next forever. Okay. So hope that answers your question. Another?
Yeah.
Wow. 3 cards on how my son's new job, which he starts tomorrow, will go for his career. I think overall it's going to give him a better inner power than he was looking for. I think he was a little bit shy or timid about the situation. I think it's going to be helping him come out of his shell a little bit more around work. I think he may be a little bit different at work than he is in person. Well, most people are. I think it's going to be propelling him. I'm picking up more sideways than forward, but it's a good sideways. I think it's going to give him a little bit more space to spread his wings into other avenues later on. Okay. I don't think this is his final destination. I think it's just a step into something bigger. Okay. So I think it's going to go very, very well for him. Okay. Thank you for that. Speaking of Elon, Andre, do you think his implant will help or hurt humanity? I think we're going to have. It's going to be that point where nobody will really want it, because we're going to have other things on our minds, more important things like cleaning up the friggin' mess that we got in front of us. I think it is a step forward. At first, I think people will be off, and then if it becomes kind of accepted as a thing, like an accessory. I think more and more people get into it, and then it'll grow into something more, and we can be uh, becoming more and more connected to the internet and all that things. I think it's going to take a long, long time for us to get to that point. Okay, um, it's like how long it took for the cell phone to really take off. I remember back in what was the 80s, cell phones came out.
Yeah, something like that.
It was a big brick. Oh, I'll never own one of those. What is it? 20 years, 30 years after? Now everybody gets one. It's going to be one of those scenarios. Very few people will have it in the beginning. And 30, 40 years down the road, everybody will have one. And it'll be commonplace. It's like people and cell phones. Everybody will have one. But that won't be for quite some time. And 30, 40 years, we may not be here at that period of time. Maybe. But you never know. So I think it's going to be one of those scenarios where it's just like the cell phone. It was very few, then now everybody has it or as one. I'm thinking it's going to be the same with these implants. And I think it'll have good sides and bad sides. But I think overall it's going to be helping us in a way. Okay? Thank you for that. Still speaking of Elon, do you think he will live out his life till the end of Mars? Like he wants to? Oh, he wants to spend the rest of his days on Mars? Why? Well, I guess there's stuff there. And he's a little weird. I don't think so. We're a long ways off from that technology. And a lot of people say we can't get past the Earth gravity and all that and blah, 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 blah. We've never been to the moon, right? So, yeah, I don't see that happening. But he will go towards that. And that a whole lot of technology from him will get us to that point. We're a long way off from living on Mars in a permanent thing. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. What do the cards say about Elena? Dana? Galactic predictions. I don't know who she is. So. Sounds familiar. I've never seen this information, so I'm going in cold. I think most of the things that she was saying are on point. A lot of there's a little too much romantic thinking I'm picking up with this. Kind of mingled with things that aren't true. So a lot of it you have to really look at and what is true, what is not. I think a good portion of it is correct. Okay. I'm going to have to send me a link on Discord so I can watch it. And then I'll finally know what you're talking about. Okay. Thank you. When will BTC surpass its all-time high? It's probably after April. It's usually the trend. It's a 4-year Bitcoin is a 4-year trend. Okay. Usually, when the happening happens, and after the happening, the price is going to explode. That's traditional for Bitcoin for about a year and a half, and then it'll come down for 3, 2 and a bit, and then we all, and then I'll get a lot of views on my YouTube videos finally, because everybody's excited about Bitcoin, and then it'll die off. Um, then it'll go up again. But the old um, high will be the new low. So here in Canada, it got up to $80,000 in the last big spike. That'll be the new low during the new all-time high. So it'll probably go up to 125,000 or so, and then drop back down to $80,000, $90,000, and that'll be the new low. Still not bad if you bought it today, which is $40,000 Canadian. And it goes to us, that would be almost 200,000, and then crash down to 80, 90. That's a good deal. Maybe you should go buy some more Bitcoin, I think. But that's pretty much the way the cycle goes with Bitcoin. Okay. And I do believe in April, past April, we're going to get way past that all-time high. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. Is Bitcoin good? Yes. It's something that will, one of the things for an awakened society that we need. Okay. I know people think that the elites are doing this and that, and they are. They can't control Bitcoin on the blockchain, but they can control what you feel about it or think about it. And this has led to them owning just about 90% of the Bitcoin because everybody sells because out of fear. Okay. And now they got and people, that's not fair. Well, you should have kept onto your Bitcoin and not sold it when you got scared. Sold it to the elites for cheap. Okay. Now they own most of it. So now when the next high, there's only 6% of it on the exchanges. Okay. So when the new high starts and everybody wants it and there's low amounts of it, the price will jump up like crazy. So that was their plan. Okay. Thank you for that. Was Mars once like Earth? There are those stories from the natives that yes, we did come from the red planet to the blue planet. A lot of cultures around the world that we had come here from Mars originally. At one time, it did have the atmosphere and everything like Earth, but not exactly like Earth. Some of the old legends saying that we came from a Mars originally, then came here because of problems that were on the Mars. Some of that, there's actual credence to some of that. We did come from a different place. Mars being one of them. That probably was a stopover until we got to Earth. For the remainder of our history. Our history is very, it doesn't have everything that we have done. Our civilization is much, much older than what they tell us. And our actual history is quite different than what we're told. Okay? So Yeah, there was a moment in time that we were on Mars. Okay, thank you for that. Hi, Andre. I'm feeling the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF will be approved in August with launch in September. Yeah, uh, uh, we've been picking up on that for quite some time. You have to remember BlackRock owns everything. And this includes politicians, SEC, which is quite surprising that they said we don't like your submission. It doesn't have. It was a small little mistake, which set everybody off. Uh, you didn't specify who you're going to be, who's going to be doing the cryptocurrency for you. Here's another thing to keep an eye on. It's going to be Coinbase. It's going to be handling the whole thing. Whoops! SEC has some lawsuits against Coinbase. I wonder what'll happen to those. So, yeah, I think you're right on the right track with this. It's going to get launched, and there's trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars waiting on the sidelines, waiting for the ETF, and then they're going to be putting everybody's going to dive into the Bitcoin. Okay. And then they're probably going to cash out on that later. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. What galaxy am I from? Solar system. Milky Way galaxy. Originally, your past lives, you could have been from anywhere. Okay? Could have been way on some other planet across the galaxies in another civilization. You could have been from a different dimension. You could have been maybe next door. Okay? That's the thing with past lives. For you, I think you were actually I'm picking up Japanese. A Japanese man. Okay. I think he was a samurai or something. You can be male and female from your past lives. So that's what I was picking up. Okay. Thank you for that. Hey, Andre, intense question. 3 cards, please, on when, how I will reunite with my daughter, and how will it go? Uh, hmm. I don't think it won't be. I think it's going to be much, much, much longer than you had anticipated getting back to with her because of a whole lot of things getting in the way, and this is mainly legal and other things getting in the way for that reuniting. I don't think it won't. It'll be in about 3 to 4 years period that it'll start to happen. It'll be um, something that's brought upon by somebody that you know. It was kind of a chance meeting on their behalf, and they coordinated the thing from them. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. And I think in that situation, I think the whole thing with your daughter is she's going to be letting go of old ideas and actually allowing this particular situation to happen on her half. So she's going to have to change her mind and everything around to come back. And so you can meet in the middle. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Hi, QFS update, please.
Quantum financial system.
Quantum financial system. Okay. Oh, that thing? Yeah, you can look at that. I think it's going to be somewhat there, but it's not going to be something that's going to be helping out everybody. If it's that thing that I'm thinking of, it's not going to be fully implemented for whatever reason. Um, but it is going to be helping and facilitating the situation coming up very, very soon as we go from one financial system into another. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. Do you and Yvonne think that Antarctica is bigger than we are told, and that another civilization is hidden there, being kept from us? Yes, there's lots of stories that come from Antarctica. The Hollow World tradition comes from there as well. For reading a story where a plane actually goes, big plane actually goes into the center of the Earth, which is in an altered state of or alternate dimension, and it's a gateway to that area. So they're living in the Earth, but not living in Earth. It's an altered dimension. So yeah, there is a civilization there, and there's been civilization there for quite some time. It's on the old maps of not having any snow. If you look at Fingerprints of the Gods book, he actually describes it in there on the old maps. It's actually part of maps that they shouldn't have known about Antarctica at that period of time. Okay. And they did talk about having trade with Antarctica. This would be Atlantis, and people on Antarctica had trade routes. Okay. And that's probably where they got the mapping from. Okay. Thank you for that. And read Fingerprints of the Gods. It's a good book. Hi, XRP update for SEC approval, please. Well, they're still going through the court thing, which is wearing thin. The SEC is only doing that to keep people away from XRP and scaring everybody away and making things tough on everybody with their stupidity, because they want to hold it off, because they want to bring out the CBDCs, which will be riding on top of, well, a couple of them are going to be riding on top of the XRP blockchain. And they don't want everybody piling in and making lots of money. The one thing that's holding it back is these hackers that keep hacking the CBDC blockchain. So that's going to be quite some time. They want everything the right thing, but it's not going to be working out for them at all. The court case will continue for another year or so. But I think they're trying to approve something else. That won't be approved for quite some time as well. The other thing I think you're thinking of. Okay, thank you for that. 3 cards on how the BRICS will be in 5 years. Did you know that they announced their new currency, right? A commodity-based one. it's a different set of tyrants. They're marginally better than the tyrants we have now, especially South Africa and India and all the. But they're nicer tyrants, I guess. The politicians that are in charge of those countries. I think it's going to do very, very well, and it's going to be the new way forward. U.S. doesn't want to relinquish control of their dollar hegemony, but it's going to take quite some time before Canada and the U.S. goes to the BRICS way of money, because they don't want to let go of power. So they're going to be the last one on board, pretty much. Same with Canada, unfortunately. But it will be fine. It's going to be the new currency for the next couple hundred years, or way of doing business. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Can you tell us anything about the black sun? Not off the top of my head, but we'll draw the cards. The guys were just saying something that it's kind of a thing that was thrown out there a long time ago to hide up another dimension. It's there to hide a segment of the night sky, to hide another portal that's actually in our solar system. Other things, I think a lot of travel goes between that and other places. It's not actually a sun, it's more of a portal. I'm not sure where it is. They're just saying that it's by our own sun. Okay, thank you. Are we out of questions? No. Hi, woo woo dude keeps saying big money in XRP regardless. He won't sell any and only has one Bitcoin. Cards, please. On what he is? Having one Bitcoin would be enough if you want to be a millionaire. Just saying. There's only 21, ever going to be 21 million of them. And if it's going to be taking on the new financial system, one is all you really need. XRP will be how a lot of the banking system will be running on top of that system of XRP. You have to remember XRP was originally just for the banking cards on Woo Woo Dude. Okay. I think he does see it, that it is going to be taking off in quite a way. It is going to be facilitating much of the new financial system, interconnected with all the other cryptocurrencies. You have to remember there's not going to be just one cryptocurrency. Stop thinking that it's going to be only one cryptocurrency. That's going to be bringing us forward into the future. Okay? It's going to be a collection of cryptocurrencies that's going to be propelling us into the future. And this is probably what he's picking up on. And it's kind of along the same lines that I'm picking up on. And having one Bitcoin is nothing to be sneezed at these days. And it's going to be interconnected with everything else. XRP is going to be interconnected with Chainlink, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum. They're all going to be like a nucleus working together. Okay, and I keep bitching into this that they're going to all work together. So stop thinking that there's going to be one to rule them all. It's not Lord of the Rings. There's going to be several different coins doing different things at the same time to bring us forward into the future. And I think that's what he's picking up on. Okay, thank you for that. They do say the huge cave system found in China has its own weather system. So inner Earth is definitely possible. A light source there other than the actual sun remains to be seen. Okay. Well, if legends do say that the hollow Earth theory, which was a D&D module, by the way, I remember playing in that game where they had a sun in the middle, and the land mass was around the sun in the module. Yes, I'm a geek. And they took most of that information from the Legends of Hollow World. Okay. So yeah, it'd be more along those lines. Unless it's just a D&D module. But I don't think so. It's actually based on actual stories from her history. So yeah. Go play D&D. When will we see hemp being used more to help the planet? That won't be for another 30, 40 years until it's fully integrated into our thing. We could possibly eliminate most of the problems with hemp. You can make clothing out of it. You can make fuel out of it. You can make medicines from it. You can make plastics from it. It's all biodegradable, all endless, reusable sources. So, yeah, it won't be for a while. We got to get rid of the old elites and put in our new ones. And then we'll get to use hemp. Okay, thank you for that. Will my rental be a flat or a house? I'm picking up house before I throw the cards down. And there's going to be somebody else there with you to help out with the costs. It may be a little out of your reach, but I think with the pair of you or few of you, that you're going to be. They just showed me a picture of the Golden Girls for whatever reason. we were watching that the other day, actually. That kind of thing. You got some roommates and stuff, having fun. Will help you with the price and the cost of everything. And I think a lot of people are going to be doing this in the next little while. Because everything is going to go for the next little while. So we may have to team up. Get a whole bunch of people together to live under the same roof to make ends meet. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, thank you for that. Any update on med bed tech. No. And that's something that doesn't actually work. Actually, Cliff High has a video on that where it's a bunch of stupidity. The technology, maybe in another 1,000 years, will actually work. But as of right now, we don't have the technology for it to work. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. You can go watch that Cliff High video on his BitChute channel. Hi! It's Jerome, our friend from Facebook.
Yeah, that's it.
Broken Rattle. Well, we'll put the link up for the Discord channel in case you missed it the first time. And you can get on there and join the community and have a lot of fun and post more cat pictures, dog pictures, and all that sort of thing. Ask questions on there. I get a lot of the content for the shows now from the Discord channel. Everybody ask questions on that show. Make sure if you have some questions for next show, make sure you put it on the Discord so I can look at them. If I don't answer right away, it means it's probably going to be for the next show. Okay, with that said, if you like a personal reading with me, my calendar is quite open right now. Make sure you go to secretreadingsbyandre.com where all that information is there. If you like a personal healing with my wife, doing the Reiki. And we had that Reiki question last show, and she wasn't here, and I flubbed it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I forget what. I think it was Bob Job asked the question. Anyways, all that information is at the secretreadingsbyandre.com as well. If you'd like to participate in any of our affiliate programs, which is on secretreadingsbyandre.com, and you do purchase something, know that we make a little bit of profit from that as well. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.